I am presenting exercise 8 from lesson 7. We're given information and asked to create a bank reconciliation for July 31st, 2017, and then journalize adjusting entries. So first it gives us information, 6 different pieces of information. I kind of put down together here the bank reconciliation of what needs to be where. So first we need to add cash balance per the bank statement. And that is number 1, cash balance per bank as of July 31st, so $7,328. Then we have to add in deposits in transit. So that's on line 4 for $2,700. You add both of those together and you get $10,028. And then you actually have to subtract out the outstanding checks, which is right here, the $868 on line 6. And then you have your adjusted cash balance per the bank. So you take your $10,028 and your $686, and you come up with $9,342. The second part you have to do is you have to do your cash balance per your books. So our cash balance per our books states that our amount is $77,364. Then we received an electric funds transfer via the bank that hasn't been recorded yet, but we do it as a collection of notes receivable. So you need to add those two together. Your notes receivable was $2,016. And I believe the example that it gives in WileyPLUS, it actually shows that there's a bank fee associated with it, as well as an interest that's paid from the customer. But this problem in the book did not list that. So we take our balance per books per our collection and we come up with $9,380. Then we have to subtract out our bank service fee. So we're told that on line 2, there's a bank service fee of $38. So then you're going to subtract out your $9,380 minus your 38, and you're going to come up to 9,342. If you'll notice that your cash balance per your books and your cash balance per the bank should be the same. If they are not the same, then there's either a journal entry done incorrectly or some type of mistake that you have to find and figure out. So the second step was to journalize the adjusting transactions that were not previously entered. And it tells us that on line 2, the July bank service charge was not recorded, and neither was the electronics fund transfer was not recorded. So we have to come down here and record those two. So for your first entry, you're going to record your notes receivable. So you're going to debit your cash account for your $2,016, and you're going to credit your notes receivable for the same amount. And what I did was I kind of just pulled my numbers from the top so that way to make sure that they equal out correctly. And that's to record the notes receivable by the bank. The second entry that you have to enter is the bank fee. We entered this as miscellaneous expense. They can have different account names. Like I know with my company, it's just a bank charges account, but for this one, just use miscellaneous expenses, and it's listed debited at $38, and then you have to credit cash for $38 because that's how you're paying the fee. Then it tells us to assume that the deposit in transit, the outstanding checks, and the cash balances were a different amount. So it changed our deposits in transit to $3,600, our outstanding checks to $886, and our cash balance per book's $8,064. Again, even though we're only changing those few items, if you look at the balance from the bank and your balance, they still equal the same and should equal the same all the time. Again, if they don't equal, then there's possibly an error. Thank you, and if you have any questions, let me know.